Okay, headed out to get a bull. Me, Maynard, and Susie, and Lena. All right, Snowy River, the mules. Maneuvering a little slick rocks. Come on, Sugar and Maynard, you'll make it. Water break. What do you guys think? Get a drink. Lena, get a drink. Last chance for water. All right, feels a little more wintry up here. All right, at the destination. Elk and the ponies. All right, guys, so I got this elk packed up on these two mules. I'm gonna give you just some tips and tricks, and this is gonna apply to if you're a drop camp hunter or if you're dependent on an outfitter to pack your elk out. I'll give you a little strategy tip that's gonna help the packers out a whole lot. And then I'm gonna give you a tip that's more useful for guys that are actually packing elk. If you end up in this situation, I'll show you how to get out of it. All right, guys, so I hate packing bulls like this, okay? I call them sidewinders, right? And that's packing the antlers on the side. You're always better off packing a bull's regardless of the size, the head and cape and antlers, on the top of the buck, dead center, okay? And the reason is because the one thing about this setup here is if we were on a tight trail, those antlers are gonna be a problem. They can get stuck in brush or whatever and be an issue, right? Okay, so why did I do this? So the issue is, as you can see, it's winter time here, and I came up here and this bull was frozen solid, and unfortunately, and it's not a big deal. I mean, you know, it's partly my fault. I didn't give the guys better guidance. But one of the problems is they've got both shoulders in one bag, okay? And then they've got all the back straps and neck meat in another one down in that pannier. And then over here, I've got two separate hindquarters. The two separate hindquarters are no problem because they're even. The problem is over here, these two game bags that were left are way different in weight, okay? And because they're frozen, I don't have a whole lot of options, right? The only thing I can do is I can use the head as a ballast, all right? So this bag here is significant, this game bag that's in that pannier is significantly lighter than this one, okay? So I have to take the head and put it on this side as a ballast, okay? So just a tip, if you're depending on somebody to pack you out, just make sure like your back straps and stuff, just split them between the two hindquarter bags or the two shoulder bags, so you've got two bags that are the same weight. So usually the best setup, just because then the weights are even more even, is two game bags with hindquarters in them like this. These happen to be perfect, right? So two game bags with hindquarters in them, and then two game bags, one here, one there, each with a shoulder, and then each with a back strap, maybe a little neck meat in this one, a little neck meat in that one. Then it's perfectly even. Okay, so if you do have a pack of bull like this, these clove hitches are your best friend, okay? I'm using the lash that I did the box hitch on, and then what I do is I put the bull down in there, and then I do a clove hitch here with my tail to my buck, and then I've got a clove hitch here back to this buck, okay? And then I've actually got a clove hitch here on that hock right there, so I could clove hitch it back to the buck so it doesn't end up in Sugar's shoulder, okay? The reason these clove hitches are the way to do it is you can adjust them and tighten them on the fly, okay, as you go down the trail. And the reality is they usually stay a whole lot tighter than twine or something like that, okay? So these clove hitches, if you need to tighten them, you can just push the tail up through, suck it down and tighten it more, and you'll tighten it up on the trail. It's a whole lot better solution than twine. And I always look really quickly, you know, within the first 50-60 yards, and really watch those packs and make sure those clove hitches are the right tension, make sure those antlers aren't going to be a problem, make sure that hock's not going to dig into Sugar, all of that. If you look at it early on, you'll be able to tell if it's moving or not, and you can fix it early on before it becomes a problem. All right, so we're going to preemptively take out that so it doesn't screw up with that. And honestly, on this trail stuff, it's just better to do it beforehand rather than waiting to have a problem or whatever. So we'll just clear that puppy out right now. Done deal. What do you think, Lena? Ready to rock? Ready to rock, sugar? All right, getting down to the low country. Back home. All right, we made it to the meat house. Let's see how tight our knots are. Rock solid still. See that? Still off her shoulder. There. Those clove hitches hold perfect. Okay. All good. All right, guys. All empty. Got it in the meat house. There's our bull. It's getting to be a full house in here. Some nice bucks, a few bulls. Pretty good season.